What up, everybody? Welcome back to the Dum Yinzers. It's episode 324. Yes, 324. Joey Porter Jr., 24. I like this number. We're going to talk a little bit about Joey Porter Jr. today, but first I want to see how the fellas are doing. How he's doing today, guys?
I've been better. I got fire alarms beeping in my ear.
To the NBA game last night, didn't you?
I got spoons scraping across stuff. I broke pinky toes being shot off. I was losing money. I thought game one would go Miami's way. I bet a significant amount of money on them, and it did not work.
Get the hell out of here.
And by significant, I mean like $1.25.
I think when you say significant, what I think about is the amount of Cocoa Puffs that Derpy's eaten before the show started. I came on and the two fellas were ready to go. Derpy was chowing. I thought, what in the world is how like some cattle feeder, something of the barn proportion. And it says, Derpy, is that you? What are you eating? So I don't know if Derpy's done yet. I think I just heard him chime in and say that he's still eating.
Yeah.
But here you have it. Friday's food show. We're back with our food episode. We haven't had this in a while, guys. Usually it's Mike going on and on with the food, but Derpy, he can do it too.
We got food going on. We got fire alarms going on in the background. I have no idea what the heck's going on. I'm trying to find siren ahead on TikTok filters. The Penguins. The Penguins and Steelers have competent general managers, and the whole world is just collapsing around me. I'm not allowed to have happiness.
Speaking of which, I'm going to go back to yesterday. I want to apologize if I mispronounced the gentleman's name, Kyle Dubas. Apparently, yesterday I was calling him Dubas, but you know what? Until he becomes the boss, I don't think I'm going to call him Dubas yet, because he's going to have to come in and do some boss things, as did Omar Khan. So until that happens, it's still going to be Kyle Dubas, guys. I just have
Kyle
to
Dubas, Dubois.
He's not going to be Dubois until he's a Hall of Fame GMer.
He'll become French Canadian at some point.
Yeah, but he's Dubas. If he starts bringing it together, then he becomes Dubois.
Is that like Dumas and dumbass?
Like the boss.
I got it. Oh my god! I'm
already annoyed. I would know my ebonics for Mike. He wasn't getting it, but yes, he will be Dubois.
I can't with you two today. I'm done. I'm done. I'm clocking out. Taking my headphones off. I'm going to bed.
Hey, let me ask you something real quick, guys.
No.
Is this a problem for any of you? And I think that it is, and I'm gonna almost be certain that it is. Here at the ripe age of 30, I still have this problem. Do either of you have this? When you're home, maybe by yourself, it doesn't even matter, but if it's dark and you come up the steps, do you still get that feeling that somebody's behind you, or you have to? Because I just did this the other day. I got to the top of the steps. I was I got this nerd. I had to turn around and look, make sure. Literally, I turned around on the steps. At my age, and the thing is, I think everybody does it. How bizarre is that we still do that?
It is bizarre. It's one of those, deep-seated fears that you think you're over, and it just creeps up out of the blue. I have my steps in my basement.
I mean, what do I expect? What do you expect to see when you turn around and look? Maybe it is Deshaun Watson. Maybe I don't know.
You know what? I could go for a massage. So come on, Deshaun, you can massage me, and we'll turn the tables.
Yeah,
how the tables have turned, or the tables have tables.
Yeah, I wouldn't run fast. I thought. What is it? What is it? What is it? The fact that I turned around and looked when I got to the top, that was the part that was really the kicker for me. Because, what if I turn around and there really is a ghoul climbing the steps? What am I going to do?
You just accept your fate and take it at that point. Like, this is how I go out. It's like, I still I can't have 1 foot over the bed because the demons are
Yeah,
going to
see,
come
that
up
don't
and
bother
pull
me.
me under the bed. Yeah, I know I can't have any body part hanging over the bed
Really.
because the demons are going to pull me down.
I'm like a baby. What are them things? Them possums. They just hang over the sides of things.
Uh-huh.
I got arms hanging off. I got feet hanging
Nope.
off. My head's hanging off.
Nope. The demons are going to get you, man. They're going
A
to pull you
ferret, like a
down
baby
to someone.
ferret. How they just drape over the side of their little things. And no,
Yeah.
here's one more. I won't bore you too much longer with this. But what about when you dream? I now this just recently happened within the past week to me. When you dream about you're in school and you're thinking your schedule and you're like, oh crap, what class do I have next? And you there's a panic in that dream, and you start thinking of all your classes real fast, and you're just like, okay, so I have this class. Why does your mind even let you do that? Again, I've only been out of school. I've been out of school for 5 years or so, but the reason that the way that this still happens, it blows my mind. Your mind never steps in and is like, yo, dude, you've been out of school for quite some time now. What are those things? Why don't we ever grow out of them?
I don't know. I still get that fear too of like, oh my god, I got a final. I haven't studied. I
Yeah.
got a paper due. I gotta write this real
I'm
quick.
doing a terrible job at evolving. I could tell you that.
Yeah, and I'll have like these, and I'll wake up with like terrible anxiety, and that won't go away for like a half hour because I'm thinking I'm literally late for a final, or I did forget this paper. I forgot to write my paper. That's goes through my mind when I wake up through those dreams.
And even the fact that you think of it after you wake up, in a sense, how it's you still have anxiety and nerves.
Dude,
that's wild.
I have it to where I've had full on dreams where it's like it's like, oh, I'm supposed to be graduating, but I can't because I never went to this class.
Or I just needed this one credit, and you're freaking out.
And I can't graduate because I didn't go to the class. I skipped every single class. I wasn't partied or like, no. What? Like, I don't get it.
I don't know if it's hitting me now hard that the kids are just graduating. Maybe that's what this is all about. But that happens to me like a lot. Like I said, I'm just not evolving like normal people.
No. Our brain system won't let us grow up. Apparently,
no. Just like the Cleveland Browns. Don't evolve.
Yes, you're right.
Like Derpy's starting to remind me of like on The Simpsons, that episode when they would go to Bart, and when Bart had like that, he had a saying that became real popular within the show. Yeah, and they're like, say the line. That's Derpy right now with like all the Browns. That's Derpy. Right. Everyone, we're going to be pointing at Derpy. Go, say the line.
That's all right. When we're figuring out what we want our plushy action figures to say, Derpy's going to have a list of things for us to go through.
The Browns are the Browns.
Browns are the Browns. The Browns are going to brown.
Browns are going to brown.
That's why they play 162.
That's why they play 162.
I love it. He does. He has a handful of punchlines.
He's like one of those plushie dolls. Like
yes,
we just squeeze him. Maybe that's what it is on the other side, since we can't see him.
He has about a half dozen taglines, and I love it. I love it. Let's talk a little bit of Steelers. Steelers, 100 days, guys. 100 days till kickoff. Work it on your calendar. 100 days. We're going to be watching the Pittsburgh Steelers open up against the San Francisco 49ers, a game that I think we're going to win, and I think it's going to be a huge game. But there's going to be a lot of things that happens between now and then. Today, I want to talk about the cornerbacks, the young cornerbacks on this Pittsburgh Steelers team. I think the upgrade, the work that we did to do what we've done with bringing cornerbacks in here, especially these two rookies that we drafted, alongside of Patrick Peterson, alongside of Levi Wallace, sprinkle a little James Pierre in there. We have a nice little secondary, not to mention, we got a couple decent safeties, guys. What kind of difference do you think that this is going to make on this team? Because as we said often in the past, it's become a passing league. You have to have a secondary, and we haven't had a secondary that you were proud to call a Pittsburgh Steelers secondary for a long time, where you could go through each of the positions and think, oh, we're straight here, we're straight there. Oh, this is solid. And, this is about as good as it's going to get for right now. And it's going to get better, hopefully, as again, these younger guys, that they're gonna keep getting better. And a few of those guys we're going to talk about a little bit today, because I've been getting a bunch of nothing but good scoop from Joey Porter Jr. and Corey Trice Jr.
Yes. like Trice, my God, apparently he was like he's a ball hawk back there the
Yes.
past couple days, just picking everyone off. Yes, it's football in short, but these are good signs. They're encouraging signs. It's something to build off of. I'm glad to hear good news coming out of it for the rookies, because a couple teams are having a lot of they're really struggling, which it's going to happen.
All right.
They're rookies, but when they can come in and play well right away, that's a good. I like that. To me, that's encouraging. They're on point. They're focused. They're ready to go.
The attitude on these kids, Mike. The attitude on these
they're
guys
picking
is
the
great,
brains
man.
of everyone. They're picking like Patrick
Yes.
Peterson said. They're just picking my brain over and over, and that's what you like to hear from rookies.
Everybody is taking advantage of having these veterans around. As you mentioned, Patrick Peterson on the offensive side, with the receivers, with Will Anderson. It seems like there's such this team. They're sponging it up. They really are taking this season seriously, and they want to learn, and they want to be the guy, and they want to get in there, and they want to compete, and they want to win football games. You can't say, I mean, from this point, that there's a lack of effort on part of the whole Steeler team, let alone the secondary.
Oh yeah, I'm loving it, man, because what this secondary can do. I think you were kind of talking about or alluding to it, like what the ripple effect of having a good secondary. That's going to help with the pass rush more. Now they don't have to get there as fast. Now you can that extra second, extra half second. That's huge in the NFL. That being able to cover a guy, and that's going to allow TJ Watt to get back there. That's going to allow Highsmith to hopefully beat his one-on-one. Wink, wink, haha, nudge, nudge. But beat his guys or guy that's going to block him. That's going to allow someone like Cam Hayward to hopefully get more sacks this year, to produce more often. So I'm loving it. I can't wait to see what these kids can do.
Mike, it really is. It's exciting, and as I said, I mean, these are some things that we haven't had in a while here, in a sense that we haven't came into a season where we thought, wow, this secondary is strong. Usually, we're coming into a season thinking, okay, we're cool in this position. We have Levi Wallace, just to say, for example, but then in the other positions, you're like, okay, we have so and so, so and so, and so and so. They haven't really made a name for themselves. These guys, they're working hard. They're working hard often and early to make that name for themselves. If this, you talk about maybe this being a really good defense this year, and as you mentioned, it all kind of is a trickle down effect. But if we come out, halfway through the season and they say the Pittsburgh Steelers have the best secondary, the best passing defense, that would be huge in Pittsburgh, because again, we generally don't have the luxury of being able to say that.
No, we don't. We really don't have. When it's for normally, like, our pass rush is the best, and that's helping the secondary. But I'm hoping that the secondary can help the pass rush. I know yesterday I was saying the front seven helping out the secondary, but now we're hearing these more glowing reports out of the young guys in the secondary. That's causing me to change my thinking just a little bit. Have the secondary help out the front seven even more this year. But I still think it comes down to that front seven, because that's a younger group back there, even though, yes, you have Minka, you have Keanu Neal, but he's new to the system. A lot of our corners are going to be new guys
too.
Yeah, I want to see him start thumping people. Don't get me wrong, I was a huge Terrell Edmonds fan. I thought the way him and Minka worked well together, but I think there's going to be some growing pains back there early on in the preseason, maybe even into the first couple games. So that's why still that front seven is going to be really important for the secondary. But hopefully, the front seven can carry the team early, and then the second half of the year, the secondary is the one shutting people down, allowing that front seven to dominate. It's gonna the ebbs and flow of the season.
Now, this offense or this defense, I'm sorry, the secondary. Now, I was talking about the word luxury, and I don't want to throw that around too often, too early, because again, it's too often and too early. So, one thing that I do want to throw in there, Mike, luxury with Keanu Neal back there, and like you said, we're expecting this guy to be back there smashing people. We still do have KZ as well.
Yes.
And you know what? It seems like it's a perfect mix between a guy that's going to step up in the box, help with the run, and a guy that's going to be able to play back and do things in the secondary and kind of hawk the ball. I'm very encouraged, guys, with this secondary right now. And the more and more I think about it, that's exciting me. This secondary, as a Steeler fan, again, when was the last time you could ever say that?
oh god, Rod Woodson, Carnell
Right.
Lake, and Darren Perry. No offense, is like
And still, they was missing a piece with Dion Figures, who I think was
who was not a bad corner.
he was considerably less than what these guys were. But, you know,
yeah.
So this secondary, guys, a couple of things that I do have on Corey Trice. Rookie Corey Trice has been the talk of the OTAs. The talk of the OTAs. I love hearing that. Again, this guy was 6-7 round out of Purdue. You didn't even know who he was prior to this. Now people were saying we had the steal of the draft, a couple of the steals of the draft, mind you.
I've heard that.
And here he is. And here we go. Corey Trice Jr. And then also, apparently he had another headline, cornerback Corey Trice dominates. Third one is just talking a little bit about what he did yesterday. The one particular set that everyone that has everybody up talking about him is Corey Trice, 3 broken up passes and an interception, all on the same series of plays. This guy, and I thought that we would be talking, and we will be, don't get me wrong, but I thought we'd be talking a little bit more about Joey Porter Jr. at this point. But Corey Trice, guys, don't get me wrong, JP Jr. is coming up, but the Corey Trice Jr., I'm really excited about.
I am too. Like this is giving me vibes. So we're gonna get in the way back machine and go to here. Remember we took Plexico Burst in the first round.
Yeah,
and then late in the draft, or it might have been an undrafted rookie free agent, we took Danny Farmer. Danny Farmer had a better offseason, a better preseason. Everyone thought, oh, he's the real deal, and Plex is going to be a bust. This giving me that kind of vibes, but I think Corey Trice is a much better player than Danny Farmer ever was. I'm just throwing it out there to tamper all of our expectations, because I'm jumping on the Corey Trice hype train too. I watched him play in college a little bit. I was like, this guy's good, but now he seems to be getting better and better. So I hope we land 2 studs, or don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if the Trice outperforms Porter a little bit more.
They would,
as the season goes along,
forever.
Like Porter, I think Porter is eventually going to be better, but right now Trice might be better. It's weird how that works out. Like the guys who are like undrafted or lower round draft picks kind of outperform the higher end picks early on in camp, but then as the whole process goes along, the higher guys tend to reach their heights faster.
I'm gonna be honest with you,
but I can't wait. I'm not concerned about either of them.
I'm just concerned about Joey Porter at all. To be honest,
no, I'm just saying, like, if people are out there going, oh, if we got this Trice guy, what do we need Porter for? If Porter starts to struggle a little bit, he's already taken first team reps. That's what
Joey Porter Jr.
Peterson was saying. He
is going to be a name on this Pittsburgh Steelers team that the people are going to love. They're going to love him, no matter what.
Yes.
I think that the Trice hype right now is a lot of fun. And again, I think that if he comes out being, and as you said, the 2 cornerbacks could come out being these 2 stud cornerbacks, they'll talk about this draft for ages because of the other potential people as well, not just those 2. If you get 2 studs, that's just the icing on the cake. Look at the other guys you got. You might have your franchise left tackle, somebody like Darnell Washington. Who knows what we're going to get with this guy? I'm so excited about him. All the way down to Benton, and who could be starting early on the defensive side of on the ball. So I mean, this draft, guys, has potential to be one of the better drafts that I've seen in my recent life here.
Oh, in a long time, to where, like, I'm trying to think of a recent draft where a significant amount of the draft picks not only made the team but made significant contributions in key roles, not just like on special teams. I'm talking about playing a lot of offensive and defensive snaps. And I think we're going to see that. I think right now, Dan Moore, people are saying, don't be surprised if he starts like the first couple weeks, but then I would
be okay with that.
By like October, look for Broderick Jones to be the number 1 starter from here until he's done in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Which, okay. It takes time. Remember, we traded up for Troy. His rookie year, the media and the fans were ready to run this guy out of town. And then look at him. He became one of the greatest Steelers of all time, one of the greatest NFL players of all time. So just a reminder for everyone, like, just because the guys aren't starting right away, I want him, Broderick Jones, I want Joey Porter Jr. to start right away, but it might not happen. And just remember, it took Troy a year to adjust to the NFL.
Ease your mind a little bit from a few things that you said, to this point. Joey Porter Jr., picking up real quick as he receives some first-team reps.
Yes.
I believe this is good. Again, I don't think Joey Porter is going to be a concern at all. I think that he's going to be able to step in and eventually, because, as we were saying earlier, a while back, Patrick Peterson, he is a rental player. He's that veteran. These guys are going to be able to pick his brain. They're going to be able to learn from him, and he's not going to be here forever. So I think that Joey Porter Jr., he's going to step up real fine. No concerns about him with me. What about you, Derpy? What's your take on some of these young cornerbacks from the Pittsburgh Steelers?
I think we'll be better than what we were.
I do too. Do you think that this is going to raise? Do you think this is going to raise the overall? Yeah, I don't recall what we finished at on defense last year. Maybe Mike can look that up for us. But
yeah, I'm checking now.
Do you think adding the additions that we made to this team, especially in the secondary, you think that's going to give us a significant boost as far as what the numbers are on this team? Let's say we were sitting at 17, for example. Do you think this is going to give us a significant boost, Derpy, on the where this team is going to be overall?
Yeah, I strongly believe so.
I do too. I'm excited. I can't wait. 100 days. What can we do for 100 days to make time go fast?
Oh my God!
You guys want to try meth? Maybe we'll try meth.
Oh God, no, no. I'm good on that. Oh my God!
Let's sing some polka,
meth. What else we got?
Polka and meth. You two went to the two weirdest extremes.
So the polka is really what got me. Let's see.
The puppet.
Derpy.
Here's one. Now we've been seeing that Mount Rushmore or Mount Washington. I'm sorry, Darnell Washington. He's pushing these sleds. The way he's handling these blocking sleds at camp, it's amazing. He hits them. They go about 3 feet into the air. You've seen these things. They're heavy. You might have even tried to push one in your life. They're not that light. However, did you guys see this? Did you guys see Jalen Carter over in Philadelphia literally broke one of those big steel blocking sleds?
No.
You don't break those sleds.
No, you don't. You're a menace if you break those sleds.
It said that the headline was putting the league on notice. Jalen Carter broke a blocking sled.
I love it. I love it. That guy's a beast.
Georgia defense.
Man. Also, one other thing I do want to say about Joey Porter Jr., guys, before we move on. Joey Porter Jr., according to CBS Sports, has cracked the top 5 in defense rookie of the year ratings. So there you have it. I'm not concerned too much about Joey Porter at all. And just this encouraging word that we keep getting about Corey Trice Jr. I am so fired up, guys. I can't wait. 100 days. It's a lot of polka, but you know what?
That is a whole hell of a lot of polka. It needs to be here now.
Yeah. And finally, one other thing before we move on from the Steelers, one thing that I thought was pretty cool, and I don't know if it's cool or he's just a hungry dude, but Kenny Pickett attends every offensive line dinner. Broderick Jones says Kenny Pickett just didn't take these guys. He hangs out with these guys. He goes out. They go out to eat. He goes with them. I like this. I like the dynamic. I like the way the what's that?
The picket.
Yeah, he and the picket fence, they make their way. I love this. I love when the quarterback and the offensive line get along because it hardly ever turns into a disadvantage for the team. It always turns out to be great chemistry for everybody. Just so many things about this team. I can't wait, guys. I just can't. 100 days. One more time. 100 days.
Real quick, the Steelers were we ranked 26 in opponents' passing yards. That's not good. That's not good. Yeah. And our offense was 26th as well. How about that?
Yeah. So we got plenty of room.
Yeah. It took me forever to track down that stat, but I tell you what, Kenny Pickett has one of the greatest marketing staffs of all time.
What's that?
Kenny, you're going to dinner with your offensive lineman every night.
I love it.
Kenny's being held hostage. Didn't Ben do this a lot too? He went out with his offensive lineman, but no one ever talked about it.
The one specific time I do recall.
Justin Fields being hostage by the Chicago
Bears. Ugh, the Bears.
The Bears. I can't wait for Justin Fields to ball out this year.
It ain't gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Pittsburgh
Bears.
Pirates, they start a series tonight. However, good news, since the last time we talked, they did move up a half a game. They gained a half a game on their day off. The Milwaukee Brewers take the L yesterday to the Toronto Maple Leafs the Toronto Blue Jays 3-1.
Okay, first of all, you said you went to Toronto Maple Leafs, and then you went Toronto Blue Jays. I'm just
Well,
going to
you
throw
said
that
you
out.
hated Toronto yesterday, so you just back off over there.
But at least I can pronounce it. No,
3-1, the Toronto Blue Jays take the win over the Brewers. This helps the Pirates out. This moves them up to a half game out of first place. The division breaks down like this: Brewers at top, Pirates a half game out of first, the Reds 3 games out, and the Cubs and Cardinals both sitting at 4.5 games out of first place. This division's getting closer with a lot of division ball being played this weekend. Not only the Pirates host the Cardinals, who's coming up from the bottom, they're trying to gain weight, which they can do. If they win, let's say they win 2 games, 2 out of 3, they're going to gain a little ground.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, you also have the Brewers going to play at the Reds. So, a lot of division play this week. A lot can happen. And the Cubs, they do play the Padres, the game that is outside of the division. So I would watch for this weekend to be big. And I think this could be a big weekend for the Pirates if they could pull it together.
Yeah, it will be a big weekend, for the Buccos. We get some wins. We get the Toronto Maple Leafs / Blue Jays to beat the Milwaukee Brewers, and we get the St. Louis Cardinals
that's
to
if you pronounce
lose
it
a
in
couple
Canadian.
here.
That's what it sounds like. I'm just talking Canadian.
You're having a rough one.
My Canadian language is subpar.
Usually I'm the one tripping over my own dick over here trying to speak, and you have it down. Today, man, you're just not on point.
Pirates are 28-27, hosting again game 1 of 3 against the Cardinals. Cardinals coming at 25-32. Game 1 is tonight at 7:05. Real quick, the starters on this game, their probable starters are Contreras is coming in with a 3-4 record with a 4.33 for the Pirates, and Jake Flaherty is also coming in with a 3.4 record. He must have been to Toronto too.
This is great, bro.
Jake Flaherty has a 3-4 record. Also, his ERA is a little bit higher to 4.81. So this game, it's not out of the question that possibly we could continue to play good baseball. You're coming out of the only series win that you had in May with this Giant series that we just got out of. So hopefully, maybe the bats might start turning up, pitching might start turning up, and again start this series off right. We beat this team 3 out of 4 games earlier in this season, mind you.
Yes, we did. We beat the Cardinals 3 out of 4.
Hey, see, now you're working on your Canadian language too, I see. I like it.
Because you called the Cardinals earlier, and I'm just doing it as a throw. You blew right past it too. You're mispronouncing.
No, I heard it. I seen you make faces, so I pretended I didn't see you.
I popped big time for that one.
Freak. This weekend, I'd seen a friend, Mike, you're going to know who it is. And they had mentioned they want to go to a Pirate game sometime.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, yeah, sure.
Oh, God.
So I'd sent a text the other week, and I said, hey, you have O'Neill Cruz bobblehead night this weekend, and you also have Cabrian Hayes bobblehead next weekend. But the day that he was available to go is next Friday, which is Pride Day. So I may, Mike, and I would invite you as well, but I know that you with your schedule and everything, it's difficult, but I may be attending the game next week. I believe it's
I will be out there with, yes, you people will either be like, oh yeah, he's a little, or he's an ally. I will be decked out head to toe, double fisted Bud Lights, wearing my Target Walmart shirt, my cool shirt,
with the rainbow towel draped around your neck like the cape, no clothes, and then you could do the streak. You could jump on the field.
Yeah, but see, then they would have to disavow. Like, no, we don't know. No, he's not with us. If he supports us, we don't know. We don't want it. No, I'm not.
So us and the Pride people will all be on the same side. We'll all be like,
everyone hating me. Like everyone would be hating me. Like the Pride people, the anti-Pride people, and the people who just know me in general. But like, no, we hate that guy.
This is Pride Month, and if you want, you could go back to last year. We had quite a few different Pride guests. Go back, check it out. A lot of good stuff. Everybody,
go back to season 1. As well.
That's right.
We have it's a very good interview.
No strangers here on the Dum Yinzers. Go check it out.
Yeah.
You did notice. I don't know if I do want to talk about this real quick before we finish up here, guys. Did you see on the social media pages that we had up yesterday about the Pittsburgh Bulls, the lacrosse team?
No, I did not see that.
back in the early
No.
1990s. I kind of believe it was a throwback Thursday, and I pulled up the Pittsburgh Bulls, and I remember this because me and my friends we were really just into sports in general.
Yeah.
And when this lacrosse came around, we're like, lacrosse, what is this? And then the Pittsburgh gets Pittsburgh Bulls. The Pittsburgh Bulls from 1990 to 1993, they ran here in
No
Pittsburgh. They
way.
played inside the Civic Arena. It was a really cool thing. And at the time, we didn't really even know what
I
lacrosse
remember.
was.
Yeah, I remember now. Now I remember. Yep.
So I did put that up yesterday. I thought that was really cool. The Pittsburgh Bulls, guys, the lacrosse professional team. So
None. Hey, that's good marketing. Let's take a name from a popular basketball franchise.
yeah. Hey, the Bulls weren't even good. You figure 1990, they haven't even won their first championship
I
yet.
know, like Jordan hadn't made it out of the first round yet.
Yeah.
Pippen wasn't there to carry him.
Mike,
See?
you want to tell everybody about
Mike gets it.
Mike, you want to tell everybody about the website, man?
Oh, 2dumyinzers.com. Head on over there for everything you need for 2 Dum Yinzers, especially the link to our merchandise store where you can find your Bob Nothing tee. You can wear that to Pride Night. It comes in a multiple of colors available. 2dumyinzers.com/merchandise.
I like how it lights up and there's glowing lights.
I just now noticed that.
And then it pops up over on the board. It's like Mike got a whole thing going on here.
Like, it's funny that I hit the button. I was going
here.
like this with my finger. Then it started to light up. I'm like, is my finger magical? I got magic.
The promoting is so good. I want to buy one. But yeah, go check it out. www.2dumyinzers.com. Go check it out. A lot of cool things over there, as Mike said.
Real quick, I have an idea that I was thinking about for the website. Because you know how a lot of people, AI is like the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, oh, that article is written by AI. I just want to have a whole section on there that's an AI generated like articles for.
We
like
have to do a whole generated show where one day it's all nothing but AI. We have the show take our faces and make us talk. And
yeah, I just kind of want to do that. Have like the blog post just be, what did the AI come up with today in Pittsburgh sports? I'll just type in Pittsburgh Pirates versus Cardinals and see what it spits out, and I will just post it verbatim. And the byline will be by AI.
Yeah.
I just want to see like if people would think we're being serious or not. Because I just want to see how this will track.
I don't even know if we're being serious at this point.
I'm kind of serious. I think
check it out, everybody. We are on all week long, 7 days a week at 11:30 a.m. And the show that we do that particular day gets uploaded the same day at 8 o'clock in the evening over on Spotify and podcast form. Guys, I have a little bit of St. Louis Cardinals trivia to finish up the day here. You feeling confident with some St. Louis Cardinals trivia, Derpy?
Trivia. Let's go.
I like the crickets.
Yeah, did you hear that?
Oh, wow.
I heard that.
Wow.
Derpy!
You know what? I changed my mind at the last second. I was going to cricket him, and then I didn't, and Mike heard it anyway because he's a nut. So here we go. St. Louis Cardinals trivia of the day. Which Cardinals player hit 3 home runs in a 1 World Series game? I'm looking for a Cardinals player that hit 3 home runs in 1 World Series game. Was only done 2 other times by Reggie Jackson once and Babe Ruth the other. I'm looking for the Cardinal player who hit 3 home runs in 1 World Series game. Take your time, think it over. We'll get your answers in just a second. Again, go over and check out that website, everybody, www.2dumyinzers.com. A lot of cool things over there. As Mike said, the merchandise is really cool, but you could also go to our shows, different, a bunch of different things. Go check it out over at the website, www.2dumyinzers.com.
I really, I do want to do that with the AI. I think it would be funny.
I'm going to start with Mike. Mike, which what the hell did I eat this morning?
What St. Louis Cardinal?
Or what did I drink?
Right?
The Cardinals. And
did you take some herbal medicine before?
I might have taken my herbal medicine on accident. I thought I was drinking coffee.
If you did, I'm kind of enjoying this.
Which Cardinals player hit 3 home runs in a single World Series game? I'm looking for a Cardinal player who hit 3 home runs in a World Series game. Mike, who do you think?
I don't even know if he played for St. Louis. I just want to say the name. Abner Doubleday.
Abner Doubleday. Good pick. You want that to be your final answer?
That's my final pick.
All right, Abner Doubleday. We're going to let lock Mike in. Derpy, which Cardinals player hit 3 home runs in one World Series game, a feat that only 2 other people have done in the history of the game, and they were Reggie Jackson and Babe Ruth. Who do you think we're looking for here?
I'm going to go Albert Pujols.
Albert Pujols, interesting pick. Kind of a recent guy. There we go. You want to lock in on Albert Pujols, Derpy?
Yeah.
All right, we'll lock Derpy in. There you go.
That's
Go
like the
one more time.
legit only guy.
You know what? I thought the same thing. My first instinct, and then I thought, well, Mark McGwire hit a lot of homers, but I don't think they played in. I'm not sure what their World Series
I don't think he played
situation
them.
was when Mark
I don't
McGwire was
think
still
he
on the
had a World
team.
Series.
What's that?
I don't think he was in the World Series with them.
Yeah, that was my thought too. I think that maybe it could have been him, but he wasn't in the World Series. But Derpy says Albert Pujols, Mike. So there you have the final answers locked in. Question of the day is this: which Cardinals player hit 3 home runs in a World Series game, only happening 2 other times, once with Reggie Jackson and once with Babe Ruth? We're looking for the answer. The answer is Albert Pujols, guys.
Good job.
2011, not too long ago. So 3 home runs, 1 game.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if he was with the Anaheim by then or not.
Yeah, he did that little switcheroo and came
And then
back.
they came back, yeah. But I just really wanted to say Abner Doubleday.
There you go, Abner Doubleday. That sounds like a name that you would see like on one of the old Civil War headstones if you went to Gettysburg or somewhere like this. Abner Doubleday. So there you have it, everybody.
Well,
Back in 2011, Albert Pujols.
He was a United States Major General in the Civil
Was he?
War.
It sounds
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
You couldn't have that name and not be a general. Mike, anything before we take off for the day?
I got nothing. Oh, wait, yes, I do. Diablo 4 out. Early access.
There
Heck
you
yeah,
go. You and
boys.
Derpy gonna play?
No.
No, you're talking. Is it a video game?
Yes, video game.
Okay. I said you and Derpy gonna play. Then I thought to myself real quick. I thought, man, is that a movie?
No, that's video
game. All right,
Yes.
Derpy, what do you got, man?
The Bucks, they're gonna need with this 9-game home season.
You know what?
Get
This
out the-
series is big. This series is huge, guys. This series is huge. Starts
Huge. They need to
today.
win.
Again, the Pirates, they do play at 7:05 today, game 1 of a Game 3 series against the St. Louis Cardinals. They get the win today. We're looking good. The Brewers, the Reds. So I don't know how that's going to play out. But you know what? Brewers haven't been playing great, and the Reds seem to be playing up a little bit if you look at their last 10. So maybe some things could happen in our favor, but it all starts with us. We have to figure out how to beat St. Louis game 1. But there you have it, everybody. We do want to thank everyone for checking us out. We hope that you continue to do so. For Derpy, Mike, Ryan, and the 2 Dum Yinzers, everybody have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Let's go, Bucks.